What is going on, Osceola County? This is Nolan with Positively Osceola, and welcome back to another Positively Osceola Sports Talk Live with yours truly, Nolan Bottomley. And if you clicked on this video, this live stream, maybe you're a Hank Williams Jr. fan because, are you ready for some football? And then that's what came into my mind while I was writing out that title. And that may have been before my time, but YouTube is a thing, and that commercial has always got me hyped for football. So, like I said, welcome back to another episode of Sports Talk Live. We have some very awesome topics to talk about with you today. High school football training camp is in Osceola, obviously, but it will begin opening next week, and we expect to see some big changes all around each school. These kids are going to be hitting hard. They're going to be getting ready to get back out there. School season is almost back. We have until next month, August. These kids, as we know, football is a fall sport, and it will be here before we know it. And I am actually very excited. I really miss this, this football season that we had last season, great runs by all the teams here. And I'm excited to see all the potential new coaches, new athletic directors, new teams, seniors moving on. There's a lot of story that goes behind a lot of these football teams. A lot of people may not realize that. And so there's a lot of stuff in store. And without further ado, why don't we just jump into it here? Right. So like I said, with fall training camps open next Monday for local high school football teams, massive changes both on and off the field will be noticeable. And we're going to talk about those changes. Some might be smaller. You might not see them. Some might be coming from a couple miles away. You'll see it. So one of the biggest changes to come with a new alignment of divisions and districts under the new format, teams were divided into 4 classes, each of 2 divisions, either metro, 8 largest counties in Florida, or suburban schools from the rest of the state. The move was approved to negate perceived advantage that city schools had with open enrollment because of their ability to attract transfers from nearby schools. For the past several decades, teams were divided based on only school enrollment. But Osceola, Tohope-Caliga, and Celebration played in the largest division, which is the 8A, in case you were wondering. Harmony and St. Cloud were in 7A, while Liberty and Gateway were in 5A. Point Siena most recently played as an independent, though. Under the new plan, Osceola, Celebration, Tohope-Caliga, St. Cloud will form suburban class 4A District 10. Harmony will play in a 4A District 11 with Palm Bay, Heritage, Vieira, and Melbourne. So that's over on the East Coast. Liberty and Gateway moved to suburban class 3A. Will play in the 6-team District 8 with Auburndale, Davenport, Lake Wales, Lake Region, Point Siena. So that is Polk County. That is on the west side of Osceola County for my geography friends out there. And Point Siena, looking to play a more competitive schedule, will once again stay independent, just like last year. Although the changes, will take a perennial power, Osceola in a different division, than Orange and Seminole County powers, Apopka, Seminole, West Orange, Dr. Phillips and Edgewater, all those good teams, up in Orlando and Orange County. The Cowboys will still play in the same bracket as state powers from Lakeland, Sarasota, Gainesville, several panhandle schools, actually. So the 4 district winners in each region will still qualify for the playoffs, along with 3 at-large teams based on final rankings. 8 state champions will be crowned, with 4 each coming from the suburban and the metro classes. So as you can see, there's a lot of changes coming with these whole suburban and metro divisions, and it just makes it a lot more fair to divide up these schools and makes it a lot more simpler. But now we are going to be looking at the local level. So actually, I'm going to change out this little picture for you guys, give you something a little different to look at. Some awesome pictures that Positively Osceola has gotten before. And we are really, really, really excited to be out there on the field again, covering these kids, giving it their all on the football field. There we go. All right, so talking about more of the local level here. So there's a ton of change coming in both athletic directors and head coaching chairs. 5 of the 8 public schools experience head coaching changes, while 5 schools will have new athletic directors. So, 5 out of 8. That is a pretty big number. There's a lot of changes coming. So obviously, just from that, you can expect, some of this might be different coming up in this next, football season. A team might be way better than expected. We don't know. We have to see. It's still very early, obviously. But let's get into it. So, the changes at head coach started shortly after last season when Tehopa Kalaga announced that their contract of Jeff Higgins would not be renewed. As you know, Tehopa Kalaga fell to the bottom ranks. They had a record of 2-8 going into last season. The Tigers would tab Anthony Paradiso, the veteran successful coach at Lake Nona, to replace them. So, it seems like maybe for the Tigers, they're looking to upgrade there. They have a very successful coach from Lake Nona, Paradiso. And, it's still early, but maybe these Tehopa Kalaga Tigers can make a real run for it, guys. So shortly after that announcement, veteran St. Cloud athletic director Eric Godfrey announced he was stepping down to take another leadership position at the high school. So that opened the door for Brian Smart to step down as football coach and assume the position, which was vacated by Godfrey. So as you see, Coach Brian Smart, he was the head coach for St. Cloud. He stepped down. Now he's taking more of an athletic director role. So Smart and Godfrey then named assistant football coach Michael Short as the new head coach. So Michael Short stepping up to the plate, getting ready. These Bulldogs are ready for next season. Also, I'd like to add that this morning we had news release that they will be adding on to Tom Garinelli Field, I believe it's called, over at St. Cloud, the St. Cloud High School football field. They will be adding renovations to it, adding AstroTurf down, which is an awesome thing because there was always a lot of flooding when it rained on those football fields, and it made the Bulldogs, struggle a little bit for those football games to get them going, getting the field dry. So with these renovations coming, it's truly an awesome sight to see. So moving on to Celebration, first-year head coach Rich Pringle, who led Celebration to its best season in school's 19-year history, which was a record of 7-4, turned in his resignation so he could return to Lake Gibson as its head coach. So Pringle was a longtime defensive coordinator at Lake Gibson. He was given the opportunity to, return home, opening the way for the school to select Jeremy Palmer to lead the Storm. So Jeremy Palmer, a little bit of pressure, I feel like. Jeremy Palmer, you are stepping into this head coaching position. Celebration just had one of its best seasons in past history with a record of 7-4. There's got to be a little bit of pressure on his shoulders for him to perform after Rich Pringle had left to go back home. So finally, Brett Monroe stepped down from Liberty High School for health reasons in June. New athletic director Lonnie Flores, who transferred from Tehopa Kalaga, hopes to name a replacement this week. Hopefully they get their stuff figured out. So the changes athletic directors continued 2 weeks ago with the sudden resignation of Jim Bird at Osceola, the legendary Jim Bird, of course, who left to take a new job in North Florida for family reasons. Celebrations athletic director Rick Tribbett accepted the job, creating an opening with the Storm. And all 5 of the 8 head coaches of Osceola Public Schools will be new this year. Only Gateway's Marlon Roberts, who, mind you, is beginning his 14th season as the Panthers football head coach. That's pretty awesome. And Harmony's Don Simon, who begins, the legendary Don Simon, might I add, begins his 6th season with Harmony, and they have been in their current positions for more than 2 seasons, unlike the other coaches who have come and gone in the recent past. So training camp opens on Monday, August 2nd, with preseason classics scheduled for August 19th. And season openers on August 26th. Me just saying that alone, everybody, gave me goosebumps a little bit. We're so close. Yes, this preseason classic. I know it's not regular season football, but it is still Friday Night Lights, everybody. And you know Positively Osceola is going to be there covering it to the max because we love covering high school football here at Positively Osceola. So hopefully this was some good news to you. Maybe it wasn't such good news to you. That's just how it goes, man. So that is the news. That is the sports update. I hope you feel very updated with it. And like I said, football's coming back, so it's going to be very exciting all around. That's going to do it here, everybody. This is Nolan with Positively Osceola, and along with the community, we're making a positive difference in and around Osceola County. Thank you for tuning in.